who made this event possible. The students of the graduating class of 2019, the teacher Jessica, and the coordinator Michelle. Without them, this event wouldn't have been possible.
The students here have been working very hard and they have progressed very well. We as mentors were all students once, and it's really inspiring to see the students coming out of their shell.
We are so proud of our students here, and we would like to show you how they have progressed over the course of the last 7 months. Without further ado.
Before we start, Manuel, Alexis, and I would like to share our stories of how we got involved with the program and how music helps us. When I was first learning the guitar, I had a few difficulties, but with practice, I overcame those challenges. Music helps people in many different ways, but music helps me deal with my stress and acts like an outlet for my emotions.
My coming to GNG was a lot more than just learning to play the guitar. It helped me learn that music is more than just a hobby, it's a new language. And coming here was it was funny how I come, and I didn't expect to come, because me not knowing how I didn't expect to come to GNG to play the guitar. I didn't think I'd ever learn how to. But as I progressed, as I got to the second stage, I actually thought of dropping out because of how it was interfering with my schoolwork and my own time. But as my parents had said, what you start, you finish. And if I hadn't listened to my parents, nor had I listened to myself, I wouldn't have been here.
Well, my story is as well really funny. I actually was looking for a program that I could enter myself in about guitar. And in my school, they announced, in the announcements, they said that this program was open. So immediately after school, I ran all the way here to the program with my guitar. And exhausted, Michelle was the one who was there at the door, and I told her I want to join the program. And she told me the spots were full, and I had to register a week beforehand. But she saw I had a guitar, so she let me into the program and called my parents. The first class, well, let's say the third class, because I entered in late, was okay. How it started becoming difficult when it came to the second level class because of different problems I had in school. Not to mention, I felt lots of pressure in finishing the second level. The reason was because I felt that the teacher and the coordinator expected a lot of me, and I expected a lot of me as a person. So I was thinking to drop out of the program and to drop out of school. The reason was that I wanted to drop out of school was because of bullying. I got bullied a lot when I was in grade 7, grade 8, because I was short and because I was a bit overweighted. And I begged my mom to take me out of the program and take me out of school. And as what she said, my mom always told me, when you start, you finish. And if she hadn't told me that, or she hadn't pushed me and showed me all her support, and without the support of the teacher and the coordinator, I really think that I wouldn't be here. And if I wouldn't have been here, I wouldn't have been molded. This program wouldn't have molded my personality, and I wouldn't be here as the person I am today. The other reason that I came back as a mentor was because of the struggles I had and the difficulties I had, and I wanted to help the students with the problems I had and the challenges they might be facing. But also, the guitar program is not only about learning a new instrument, but it's also about giving you an example, or showing you as being a guide in life, and to give you something supportive well, like something to lean on, which was the instrument for me. Because when you play the guitar, you put your soul into the guitar. And many people think that us mentors and us teachers had it really easy on ourselves going throughout the course. But in reality, us as students and teachers and coordinators, we face different challenges, and not only us, but also the students, because we've been through their faces, and we wanted to show all the support that we could in order for them to be here right now. And I just want to thank them for all of their hard work, because honestly, it is really tough. And well, personally, I've thought various of times of quitting. And I mean, with school, and if you don't know how to control different things, it gets hard. So I want to thank them for keeping on with the program, and I wanted to ask you as parents if you could keep pushing them on to play the guitar. Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'll let them take over the stage.
So before we get started, oh jeez, I don't know why it's so reverby. But before we get started, this is my first year with this program, and let me tell you, I brought a challenging program to this mix, and let me tell you, they all rose to the challenge. We have gone through. It's so hard to go through 8 weeks learning 3 songs. They learned 3 songs and learned it well. I'm so proud. I also want to say thank you to the parents who have supported them and brought them here and showed them the love and the support that they needed throughout this program. And like Manuel said, please keep encouraging them. I gave them the tools to keep going on with it and being self-sufficient. They just need your love and support to help them flourish with it. So, without further ado, let us start. This is the Sound of Silence. That's what the band name is called. And we're going to start with, we have a trinity of Bob, first of all. This is Bob Marley, and we started with 3 Little Birds, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I'm singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. I'll rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. 3 little birds, each by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, a melody's pure and true, singing, this is my message to you. I'm singing, don't worry, don't you worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. No, 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 don't you worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Yeah, I rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright. No, 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 don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, yeah, every little thing is gonna be alright. So, just a little backstory with that. We started with Three Little Birds because my philosophy was, my mother taught me my very first 3 chords, and with those 3 chords, she said you could play 100 songs with these 3 chords, and that really, truly inspired me. And with 8 weeks, I tried to get the most that I could out of the class without pushing them too hard. I wanted to kind of test the water. So I started with Three Little Birds. Everything keeps coming down. I started with Three Little Birds and saw where we went from there. But they got really inspired after that first song. So by the second song, they really flew through the second song. And I actually had a different song for them, which I switched because I wanted to give them that little extra, come on, let's do a little a harder challenge. And they even rose to that challenge. So I was very surprised with everybody. They really came together. And of course, the Trinity of Bob, I'm calling it. This is Bob Seger. And I could tell that they actually really like this song because they really play from the heart with this one. Okay, ready? 5, 6, 7. On a long and lonesome highway, used to know my heart. You can listen to the engines moaning out its wonderful song. You can think about the woman or the girl you knew the night before. But your thoughts will soon be wandering the way they always do when you're riding 16 hours and there's nothing left to do. And you don't feel much like riding, you just push the trails through. Rock and roll. Very cool. I also picked the older songs because they were brilliant about having, you know, simplicity, but with a lot of feeling behind it. And you just, like, it's just well-written songs. So, again, I said, whenever you're ready to take this to the next step, you can play whatever songs you like. You have all the bases. And with all these 3 songs, they learned all the basic chords on the bottom of their guitar. So they left here with all the basic chords. So they have all there is to have to go on next. Okay, so the next Bob we're playing is Bob Dylan, Knockin' on Heaven's Door. Everybody feel free to sing along if you know lyrics. I'm sure some of you do. You ready?
Yes.
5, 6, 7, 8. chords to play. C and G are very hard to play on the low end. So this was a pretty darn difficult challenge. Give them one more applause. They earned every single minute. So next I want to say, I wanted to kind of write, the very first day that we got together, we kind of asked everybody, what does music mean to you? And we went around the class and everybody kind of gave an idea of what they thought music was meaning to them. And so I came up with a little something about me, what music meant to me growing up and throughout my entire life. Here we go. So, music. It's not just some notes on a page. It's a teacher, a therapist, a friend, a way of being. It helps you become aware of your feelings in a world that teaches you not to. It's a path of self-expression, self-discipline, self-awareness, self-worth, and self-confidence through achievement. Music is one of the only places where you can have an honest conversation with complete strangers about how you feel. It is also a place where people from all walks of life can come together and tap into the same feeling. This is music on the outside looking in. Now I will tell you about music from the inside looking out, my experience with it. I was very fortunate to grow up with music all around me. Music, I believed, strengthened my relationships with my family. The harmony between us, especially my mother, my sister, and I, is a connection that no matter where I am or what I am doing, will always bring us together. My mother taught me my first 3 chords when I was 13. She said that these 3 chords would play a lot of songs. That inspired me to keep learning more. And my family played in their circles during every family function. Yes, all of my family were musicians. They still are, and writers. Sharing their newest songs that they wrote. I had to be a part of that. So I wanted to write my own songs. I did eventually get to be a part of those circles, and when that day happened, it was the best day of my life. My life was wonderful growing up, but it didn't mean that it didn't come without major conflict or challenges. School was extremely hard for me. I was a child with horrible dyslexia, and I had a cleft lip. I was bullied every single day for that. I came home crying so many afternoons and went to bed crying every night because I didn't want to go to school. On top of it all, my parents were separating and eventually got a divorce. It was extremely painful. At times I felt like giving up. But music was my friend when I felt alone. It was a light in a very dark place. I would lock myself in my bedroom and write songs on my guitar. That was my way of getting out how I felt. It also helped me concentrate, which helped me deal with my dyslexia. The first time I ever played on stage, I was so nervous I puked. I almost puked. I was very close. I embarrassed myself badly, so badly. I could have given up, but instead I realized it could only get better from here. From then on, I just kept going regardless. I learned to be brave and to let go of what others thought of me. As long as I played from the heart and didn't quit, everything was going to be okay. Playing a wrong note is insignificant. Playing without passion is inexcusable. A quote from Bach. So, music really is a journey. your story in life. I have always found myself again and again through every experience and have grown through the music I've written or through the emotions I get in other people's music. The beauty of music, just like life, is that you can never stop learning unless you choose to give up. The choice is always yours. So, I choose every day to keep writing my story so I can inspire you to write yours. I challenge you to tap into your music, to learn from yours and other stories. The journey starts with just 3 simple chords. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Jessica, for those inspiring words. And thank you for joining us this evening. We strongly encourage the students to come back and join us as mentors.
And to not forget to, for the students and for the parents, to keep going on the journey of music, and the parents to keep pushing them or encouraging them to keep the journey of music, and we're glad to have had them in our program.
There will be refreshments provided at the back. However, let the students go first. The certificates will be handed out.
Can I please have, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, Mevi Kojo, please come up to the front, please. Congratulations. Ian Robinson. Daphne D. Mevin. Angel Benzo Smith. Blessing Ryan. Gavin Ababati. Andy Chen. Anthony Chen. Sophia Chen. Round of applause for the students.
So before we conclude for the evening, I just want to say a few words. For those of you who don't know me, Michelle, and I have really been proud to be part of this graduation class. I think as parents, we should be very proud. These kids worked very hard, and they were challenged. Jessica really did push them, and she pushed them to bring out the best, and they came through. So all of them really deserve a round of applause and those certificates. I want to give them I really do hope that they do continue, but most of all, I hope that they have learned that through hard work, by believing in themselves, they can accomplish anything. And that's really what we want to get through to these kids, through the students. So, I also just want to say, take a moment, because I'm really blown away and really impressed by the honesty that Jessica and Manuel and Zarin and Alexis shared with us. Yes. Because I have no idea, what you went through. And Alexis, I had no idea you were flopping out. And Zarin, I didn't even know you were facing challenges because they showed up for every class, they practiced. And I never really saw anything that was off about them. And you know, for all these years, Manuel and Zarin, they've been with this program for years, but this is really the first time that they went down in their heart and they really said how music helped them get over these really sad times. So thank you for sharing that story with those stories. And Jessica, you know, I'm so glad you contacted me. That's all I'm going to say, because I think you brought a lot to this program. Thank you. Okay, so I know that it was tough sometimes to get the kids here every week and to get them to practice, but with your help, I really appreciated it.
And thank you to the mentors as well.
Yeah. So we have now, I want to show them our appreciation. Alexis, this was your first time mentoring, and I think you did a great job.
Yeah.
I think that I know that Manuel and Zarin helped you and gave you, what to do and how to do it, but you listened to them and followed through them, and you did really well. You made it through every week. You worked with some of the kids that needed help. So I want to give you our certificate showing our appreciation for you. Yes, we'll love to have that. Okay, so if you can, work this with your schoolwork, we'd love to have that. Yeah. Just to give you a bit about Manuel and Zarin, that I know they gave their stories, but they're now in high school. And, I've known them since they were, 9 and 11 or 10. So they've come back as high school volunteers as well. And they've done a great job. The responsibility I gave to them, they pulled through on it. They were responsible for decorating and organizing tonight. So I'm going to give them certificates, which you can collect your hours on for high school volunteering. And Zarin, come up and collect yours. And Manuel. Okay, so that concludes the program. But we do have some treats and beverages at the back. And for any of the parents, if any of you are interested in having your kids sign up to be mentors, it's a great way to remain engaged in the program, as well as developing other skills, leadership, organization, creativity, the peer-to-peer work that you have, work that's being done with the kids. It's a very good opportunity. So if you would like to do that, I can, let me know, and I'll contact you. And we can see them when the next program starts. It is a commitment, though, because as mentors, the kids rely, the students rely on you to come and work with them if you're working with one in particular. So it is a great way, and I don't think that the skills you learn will be wasted by mentoring. So thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And enjoy.